This is Alicia Alt, founder of Level Up Score, and I'm super excited to be here today for Tuesday's Top Tips. Thank you for joining me today. And today we're going to be talking about how to make money from 100% of your leads, even if they never sign up. Thank you again for joining me today. I'm excited. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen today. I know I don't do that often, but I did prepare a short PowerPoint screen that I'd like to show you. So, uh, that way, hopefully you'll get more out of this through this PowerPoint slide. So again, today is Tuesday's Top Tip live with me, how to make money from 100% of your leads, even if they never sign up for your services. Isn't that amazing? That'd be a great thing, right? So let me ask you, how many times have you spent time, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, on the phone with someone? Maybe you're doing a leads call, maybe you're doing a consultation, you're answering questions, you sent a plan, and then they ghosted you, right? It doesn't feel very good. You feel like you poured into people and then they ghost you. You know, most credit and financial professionals will actually just move on from that and they'll try to get the next lead. But what if I told you that you could still make money from every single lead that crosses your path, even the ones who say no to your service? So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to dive into that. We're going to deep dive into it. And I'm going to show you exactly how to stop letting those leads fall through the cracks and start turning them into revenue streams, all through Level Up Score. So I'm excited to share this to you today. It's something that I've used over the years. And, I thought everyone did until I've had a lot of interviews with credit professionals and found that you don't, and you should. And, if you're considering, hey, I would like to make a lot of money and I'm really struggling on even, converting the leads, stop putting that pressure on you. I have the answer for you right now, and I'm going to share that with you so that you can start making money. I've had people, I've showed them this system that I'm going to show you today, and they have 3x their business revenue and they didn't change a thing except for what I'm going to teach you in this live Tuesday top tip. So keep following me because next week I have a really powerful one for you too. That's going to help you convert even faster with your leads. But this is an important one. This is going to like kind of just frame everything and really get you in the mindset that every lead can convert, if you think differently. So excited to share this with you. So even if you've ever had a lead ghost you, this will help you. I'm going to teach you how to do. But if you have had a lead ghost you, drop that little ghost emoji down in the comments because today we're going to turn those ghosts into gold. I'm excited to do this with you today. All right. So the very first thing I want to talk about is I want to start with something every successful business owner understands. And that is not all leads are created equal. There are actually three kinds of leads or kinds of people that come into your funnel and your ecosystem. And these are the names that I came up with those. We have the buyer. The buyers, they're ready to invest right now. They might not even need you to do the consultation. They are just ready. These are the quick action type people. But not everybody's a quick action type person. Kind of think about yourself. Are you? And we always are expecting people to be quick action. Then we have the DIYer. They want to do it themselves, but they need guidance. Okay. This is the person that they're thinking, I want to be in control. Oftentimes it's because they are not quite sure that you have everything they need. Okay. These are the people that need more and more content from you to make that decision to be a buyer. So all of these, first of all of these three types of people or kinds of people can become the buyer. They just do it in different ways. Okay. So the DIYer wants to think about it more. They want to be in control. They want to see some value out of what you have to offer. And then you have the lurker. And most of us, we don't like the lurker. The lurker we call the stiller, right? They're just trying to absorb as much as they can from you and take. But that's not really what the lurker is doing. A lurker, they're curious, they're cautious, and they're just watching for now. Keyword is for now. The lurker really needs to absorb a lot of content from you so that they can really build that know, like, and trust. Okay. And so lurkers are often lurkers because they've been burnt in the past. So you got to consider that as you're looking at these three types of people that are going to come into your ecosystem. All right. The small win, so the thing I want you to understand that it's not your job to push any of these guys into the same offer, right? We have the buyer, we have the DIYer, we have the lurker. So if we were to make it our job that we're just going to make them all buyers, that's where it's not going to work. And that's why we're going to lose leads in the cracks and we're not going to convert them and we're not going to make money off of them when we can make money off of every single lead. And we can provide value for every single lead, no matter where they're at in their buying process. So your job isn't to push them all into the same offer. Your job is actually to guide each one to the next logical step from where they are right now. So let's walk through how to build an offer ladder that serves all three and how to move them from curiosity to commitment. So don't forget the three levels of readiness. This is really important. We're going to map out the offer ladder now, so you can see how this works in real time with these different buyers. Okay. Okay, so mapping your offer ladder. Your offer ladder is your blueprint for serving every lead at every stage. So the way that I like to look at it is I have a free offer, a low ticket offer, a core offer, that's my buyer, and affiliate upsells or affiliate type resources that I can provide. So we're going to go and we're going to break these down into different steps. So I'm going to do step one, and that is free offer because your free offer is usually what gets people into your world. We usually offer like a free consultation, a $1 trial credit reporting consultation, something of that. So you're looking to take act. Are you looking to take action today? These are some questions that you can be asking to decide what type of person do you have? Do you have a lurker? Do you have a DIYer or do you have a buyer? So some of the questions you can ask is, are you looking to take action today? Learn the process, or are you just wanting to see where you stand? Watch for clues. Buyers ask. Here's some key things. I want you to listen to this very closely. Buyers ask how to start. DIYers ask how it works. And lurkers ask, does it work? Now, I want you to think about that for a second before I move on, because I'm sure when you're doing consultations or you have someone reaching out to you asking questions, have you heard these phrases? Buyers ask, how do I start? How do I start? Then we know we don't have to go into a long drawn out consultation process because the buyer doesn't want that. They're ready to start. So now we're answering the question on how they can get started. The DIYer, on the other hand, is going to ask questions like, how does it work? Why? Because they are looking to do it themselves, right? They need more and more content from you to make that decision to become a buyer. So you're going to fill them up with some value and resources where they can see some quick wins, which is going to help you get them established into that know, like, and trust with you, and then your content, right? And then the lurkers, they ask, does it work? I know you've heard this, or you might have heard it in a different way. Do you have any guarantees, right? Things like that. They are very cautious. They still need to get to know you. It's a relationship they're looking to build. They're watching your content. They want to see some value before they make a commitment, right? So that's your lurker. So example, if I have a lurker who's just browsing, I'll give them a simple action plan. And maybe that action plan, like level up score, we have the pro level plan, and the action plan is $3, right? So maybe I'm giving the lurker a $3 plan. And inside that plan, I can include affiliate links. Like there's one affiliate link, it's Experian Boost. It's completely free for the consumer, but it gives you $3 back. So you were not actually out any money, right? And you can provide value and they see their score increase, you earn some income, and you certainly gain trust with that person. That's important for the lurker, right? So that's one of the things that you can do as an example for the lurker. So number two, step two, is the low ticket offer. Okay. The low ticket offer is really for your DIYer who wants your help, but isn't ready to go all in. Again, there's someone that still wants to absorb your content, still wants to build that relationship, that know, like, and trust, but they're ready to take some kind of action. They see some value in working with you in any resources and things that you might have. When you sign up for credit monitoring, you might say to them, I'll include your custom level up score action plan for free. Of course, level up score is a white label product, so you'll name it whatever you name it, but you can say to this DIYer, When you sign up for credit monitoring, I'll include your custom level up score action plan for free. So remember the credit monitoring, you are making affiliate income off of that. So you are already making income. You're giving them the action plan. And remember, the action plan has additional resources for them that have affiliate links. So you can make additional money in that respect too. But as they're doing the actions and you're allowing them to get a change report every month that they stay on credit monitoring, you're continuously staying in front of them. You're building that know, like, and trust. They're seeing some improvement to their credit because they're taking action on it. Now, you could do it for free just by them signing up for credit monitoring. That's what I do personally. Or you can charge a small fee for the action plan. Maybe it's $49 for the personalized action plan. But this is going to build that credit monitoring income, which is reoccurring income that you don't have to chase. But then the most important part is you're building that know, like, and trust because every time they get their action plan from you, your image is on there, your messages is on there, and they're seeing you over and over and over again. Very important in both of the free offer and the low ticket offer. I think it's really important if you have a free community, like we have the public level up score page, right? That you make sure that they are coming into that community so they can, again, continuously absorb your content, building that know, like, and trust. When I said before, the lurker and the DIYer are people that can and often do become buyers. If they're not becoming buyers for you, it's because you haven't done this. But for those people that they fall into the hands of that do this type of thing, where we're making this ladder, right? Mapping up this ladder for them, they actually convert to become buyers later. And sometimes I like to laugh because oftentimes it's a year to the date that they first communicated with me that they end up being a buyer, right? And so you're continuously keeping them in your ecosystem. You can make money, obviously, from the credit monitoring or small fees like that for that DIYer, okay? So if you, again, some people have DIY systems, that's a nice way of a downsell for these core people. Okay. Step 3, you have your core offer. This is your full service, right? Your core offer is your full service program. It might be your credit coaching, your financial advising, your disputes, your video reviews. Your job is to stack a lot of value in this core offer. So kind of some value stacks that I have here is monthly change reports, video reviews, one-on-one coaching and accountability calls, financial education or debt strategy support. You're going to add on the value. And next week, Tuesday Top Tip, I'm going to teach you how to value stack because there is a way to value stack and there's a way not to value stack. And so I want to help you decide how to do that and make it very valuable for your clients so that you can make more money off that too. So that'll be next week. So something to remember when we're talking about value stacking, um, the value should fill, in my opinion, 10 times more than the price. So if I'm offering something of value, let's say I have a service and it's $129 a month, I want them to feel like they're getting $1,200 worth of value from me. Okay. And so that's just a little tip or clue on what we're going to be talking about next week and how to do that. But we need to do it in such a way that we're not actually requiring more work at ourselves, but we are providing more value for the consumer. And so if you're not using Level Up Score, this is a great way to stack value in the offer that you're providing to your consumers. Consumers love Level Up Score. They love an action plan. People want to know how to get to their goal. And when they have a step-by-step plan that congratulates them and talks to them about when they've done something that doesn't move them in their goal, they're more likely to, number one, take action. Number two, to be more fulfilled and empowered through your process. And that good feeling is sent on to you as their coach. They feel good about you. Okay. Even though a lot of this can be automated and not take a lot of your time, they're going to feel good about you because they feel good about themselves. And again, if one thing you can do for every person that comes into your path is to help them feel good about themselves, they will also feel good about you. So, um, so that's how you build loyalty, high value, and clients who actually stay and refer to you. So again, we're adding value, creating that know, like, and trust. All right. Next, going to go on to step 4. I went the wrong way. There we go. Affiliate upsells. So now, for the most part, most credit pros, financial advisors ignore affiliate income. And I know a lot of you are like, oh no, I got all my affiliate income, but I'm surprised when people come onto the Level Up Score demo, how little you have to offer to your clients in terms of resources and value that you can give clients that they really need, but it's also an affiliate partnership where you can make money. So that's one thing that I teach people who come on to my demo and my onboarding calls. But one of the things that I like to start out with right away for my consumers, and I can give you all the reasons why later, if you want to give me send me a message, I'll tell you, is Experience Boost because it's completely free for the client, but it pays you and it can never be negative for the client. It's always going to be positive for the client. And I can give you multiple reasons why it's important. And I've heard other people say why they think it's not important, and I can counter you all day long. But these are the types of things that you can give that are free to the consumer that also pay you, but provide that high value. You might also have like rent reporting programs in there, secure credit cards, builder loans, high yield savings accounts. Again, something free to the consumer that can make you money. So you're looking for resources that maybe there is a cost because, a secure credit card, there's a cost to that. But you're providing a lot of value. You're not upselling with affiliate stuff that is not of value to your client or something you wouldn't do yourself. Okay. But really high value things that will help them. You're leveraging that for every single lead that comes in. So, for instance, if you were a lead that came into my ecosystem today, we're going to do that consultation and I'm going to find something of value for you to do right away, whether you sign up with me or not. It may be Experience Boost. That might be my very first offer of, hey, do this right now, right after you watch this video, because I think you guys all know I do video consultations. And right after watch this video, I want you to do this. And I might even walk them through how to go about doing that on the video, but I want to have them do some kind of action. There's a couple reasons why I want to do that. Number one, it builds up my affiliate income, but also by giving them that value, they start to build that know, like, and trust. Like, whoa, she actually gave me something without me paying her anything. She gave me something of value that actually helped my credit. So even again, if they never become a paid client right now because they were a lurker or a DIYer, I still earn some affiliate income off of that relationship with them. But now I've built some know, like, and trust. I've said this before and I'll say it again. There are many people who come into my ecosystem who never actually become buyers of my system, but might refer 10 or more people to me because they got a lot of value out of the way that I presented myself, right? So we find ways that we can help them. We can help everybody as long as you have enough resources available and you listen clearly to what they need from you. Okay. All right, so that's how you would do affiliate stuff. You need to be thinking about it all the time. Have a clear affiliate list of different offers and services that you can provide, resources that you can provide to the consumer, so that when you know a consumer needs something, you have it right then and there and you can share that resource with them automatically right on that first initial call. Again, right on that first initial call. That way, not one person who comes into your ecosystem doesn't do something that could earn you affiliate income. And keep in mind, you're going to put them through hopefully your $1 trial credit monitoring as you do your consultation, and you're going to encourage them to continue to stay on that. So what you really need to make sure that you're doing is whatever credit monitoring company you're using. I got Smart Credit as an example here. My free score now, obviously we have Array, we have Identity IQ, My Score IQ, My Score Now. We have a lot of different credit monitorings out there, and they all have great value in them. But you need to know what that value is, because you can then say, hey, I know you got the free trial. I think it's important no matter what you do today, keep your credit monitoring. Here's some things that it has that could help you. And so, if I'm talking about, Smart Credit, for instance, I know they have the money manager in it. So they can help people manage their money and do their budgeting and all that right inside of that app, opposed to having another app to do that, right? They have the Privacy Master, which a lot of the credit monitoring companies have. So I want them to know that so they can get their information off of the dark web and different places that their information is being sold, right? Things that the consumer doesn't necessarily know are in their credit monitoring. You can be talking about that, educating them to show them the immense value that credit monitoring has. You know, the score simulator, the $1 million insurance policy. These are things you should know clearly about. And I would encourage you, use them yourself because you're going to be able to better show your clients the value of credit monitoring. You know, how can you say credit monitoring is great if you don't use credit monitoring yourself? Right. And I think that's an important takeaway because it is so essential, especially in today's day. All right. So next, automating follow-up. This is so important. Credit professionals, financial professionals, you guys are so guilty of not doing automated follow-up. And so with Level Up Score, we've actually already built that into your offer ladder for that automation. So we can automate these action plans. So when they sign up for the credit monitoring, they automatically get an action plan, right? Your face is on it, right? You see this image. My face is on it. My contact information is on it. My messaging is on it. I can even add videos to it, right? So I have all this stuff where they are constantly every single month seeing me over and over and over again. So if they are not a buyer today, it is very likely I'm going to transition them into a buyer within the next 30 to, you know, 365 days, right? I told you, usually a year to the date is when I make a lurker a buyer because they need to see your content over and over again. Have you heard the information where they say if you start putting content out there after a year of consistent content on socials, you will not have to worry about money again? That is because you have so many people who are constantly going to be absorbing your information, and you become, instead of a transactional person, you are a transformational person. You are creating relationships on a transformational basis rather than a transactional. Nobody wants to feel like a transaction. They want to feel like, hey, I've gotten to know Alicia. I think she's great. She's doing a lot of good things out in the world, and I want to be a part of that. I know she can help me, right? And so, you know, sometimes people will pay me to do nothing for them because they just want to stay and absorb my content. So I think that's pretty powerful when someone will pay you just to know you, which is really cool. All right, so automation is really important. So you can have a Level Up Score. You can also have your CRM do some things. So, you know, you can have it, for instance, maybe it would tell you, you know, when a client's credit score goes up by 12 points, where it notifies you and you can contact them and say, hey, I noticed that your credit score went up 12 points. Congratulations, you're doing the work on the action plan. Would you like to jump on a call, right? Completely up to you on how your workflow works, but CRMs can help to tag and trigger things for you as well. And that's how you stay top of mind with your clients without lifting a finger, right? Because Level Up Score is going to send that action plan over and over and over again. I've told people all the time that November and December are my highest paid months in coaching because I've been staying in front of them all year long and over. Sometimes people with 5 or more years that they have my content over and over and over again. So when they're sitting at different holiday parties and people start talking about credit or finances, they think about me and my name comes up, and then I'm getting a lead or contact in my email. So keep that in mind because this is definitely a way, automations and following, making sure your follow-ups are automated is a great way to keep you top of mind in your consumers. Okay, so recap, we talked about the 3 readiness levels. There are 3 levels of a buyer. We have 3 kinds of persons. We have the buyer. That's the person who says, how do I get started? We got the DIYer. That's the person who says, how does this work? And then we have the lurkers. That's the person who says, will this work? So when you understand and you know, when you hear those words coming out of people, they're asking questions, you can identify what readiness level they're at so that you can then match your offer to their readiness. Keeping in mind, by doing that, you most likely will take the lurker and the DIYer into a buyer over time. So remember, how do you build your offer ladder? You have the free, the low ticket, the core, and of course, always, always, always you have the affiliate. And how do you automate follow-up so you never lose momentum? Obviously, Level Up Score will automate your follow-up in your change report to your consumer every 30 days. Every time they have a new free credit report, they're going to get a new free action plan or a new action plan, depending on how you want to word that. If you're going to have a low cost to it or you're going to give it for free by staying on your credit monitoring, completely up to you. And then, of course, you can go into your CRM and trigger some automations of follow-ups. You can, you know, make it to where when a score increase happens, you have some kind of notification that goes out to them, congratulating them as well in an email or text format. So comment the word monetize below, and I'm going to send you some stuff. I'm going to send you my complete monetization blueprint. And so what you're going to get with that, if you do comment the word monetize, is a step-by-step guide to map your offer ladder, a visual worksheet of the three readiness levels so that you never forget and you always remember to have your ears perked up. You're listening for the words that they are saying so you can determine what readiness level they are. Or if they're not telling you out loud, you can ask them questions to trigger the correct response to find out what the readiness level is. So I'll give that to you. And a printable value map so you can plan your offers and income streams at a glance. So how can you start to create a value map for these people? We're going to talk more about value stacking next week. So please keep following Level Up Scores so you can see the Tuesday top tips. And I'm really excited about value stacking. It's something that I think is such a cool way of adding additional value to your products and your services so that honestly, as Alex Ramosi would say, you make your offer so good, everyone would feel stupid to not say yes. So again, I thank you guys for being here today. And if I can help you in any way, you can always message me and I can send you my 15-minute strategy call. It's completely free. All I ask if you do schedule a strategy call, number one, you're on time because it's only 15 minutes and I will start the timer. Number two, know what you are coming to me to ask me about because I want to give you my full 15 minutes, but I want it to be highly valuable for you. I want you to leave that 15 minutes and say, that was the best 15 minutes I spent today. And I'm so glad that I got in touch with Alicia. But if you are ho-hum about what the 15 minutes should be about, I might not be able to produce the value that I would want to give you. So I appreciate you. Have a beautiful day. And I'll see you next Tuesday for Tuesday's top tips on how to value stack so that you can make more money and provide more value to your people. Thank you guys.